Hello, friends, and namaskar to my wonderful family, all who are watching my this video that is regulated company responsibilities and computer system validation. This is a rundown presentation on the responsibilities for the computer system validation of regulated companies. Friends, this is Hema Sharma and I am with you with this wonderful topic, and I hope you all watching my video till the end and share and subscribe and participate to improve the motivation of preparation these videos. Friends, this video is totally inspired from the regulatory guidelines. And so I want to give a small declaration that this presentation is intended solely for education purpose and does not contain any confidential information pertaining to any company, organization, or authority. The content herein has been synthesized for available regulatory guidelines, academic literature, and research paper in the public domain. It is solely intended for education and understanding purpose only. So thank you, my wonderful family. Give us such a motivation that being a busy in my personal and professional life, I have the passion that I want to deliver a good video with the good content without artificial, you can say artificial impression on you. Thank you so much. So we are going in our topic. So this is the agenda. So for understand the responsibility of the organization, we can divide the responsibilities in two parts. First is the key fundamental responsibility of the organization, and second is the application oriented responsibilities. For this, we all know that every organization, or especially the pharma related, or you can say for the medical device related companies, is means they have the responsibilities, that they have the system, they have the controls, so they assure that all the products are ensure the safety of the patient. So a regulatory company's roles in the computer system validation to ensure a comprehensive validation process for the computerized system adhering to all relevant regulatory standards. This involves through documentation review, risk assessment, and fundamental verification to maintain data integrity and product quality, particularly in highly related sector like pharmaceutical and medical devices. The responsibility also include ensuring proper documentation of the validation process, adhering to change control process, and conducting appropriate risk assessment to mitigate potential issue impacted patient safety and product efficacy. So friends, this is the small introduction about the responsibility. We know very well. Just wrap up the responsibilities. Now, the key fundamental responsibilities are, we know very well, for the every organization there should be the basic requirement, right? So what is the control, how can we involve in the computer system validation, how the computer system validation ensure all the data integrity related requirement, how the patient safety can get the next level of the assurance, next level of the trust, how the customer can be built a good relationship of the trustworthy valuable relationship matters. So first of all, basic system of the procedure implement to ensure compliance. Second, system to select the vendor. Third, delineating responsibility and related trainings. Then fourth, controlling the inventory. Fifth, outline confirmation strategy for validation, data stewardship, and seventh, ongoing monitoring and reviews. So these are the 7 basic things for the key to understand the key fundamental responsibility of the organization. Let's see what is the basic one. We know that determine the impact of system to patient safety, product quality, and data integrity. Yes, compliance with the regulatory guideline. Yes, strategical change management system. Yes, we have the QMS system, we have the quality management system, how strategically a change can be proposed and how can it go through with the all related control system. Then fourth, identifying potential compliance gap. Yes, we have the system to identify potential compliance gaps. Then fifth, investing deviation and non-conformance. Yes, we have the system. We should ensure the system. How can we trigger the deviation or non-conformance or discrepancy, and how can we handle all the things? Sixth one, regulatory focus on risk-based approach. Yes, we should have the SMEs. We have the risk-based approach. Always remember that each and every step of computerized system life cycle, there is the risk in the data integrity, patient safety, and your product quality. How can we mitigate? What is the basic system we have to mitigate all the things? So these six things, the basic system and procedure implement to ensure the compliance. Now, system to select the vendor. Yes, we can't select the vendor without evaluation. We have a lot of guidelines. We understand that. I have the videos. Definitely, I uh, confident that you watch this also. So, how the defined requirement, how your requirement comprise your requirement designed so that your vendor can be understand your approach. The procedure of vendor assessment, what is your procedure? Evaluate potential vendor based upon their capabilities, experience, and compliance with the regulatory standards. How to conduct the due diligence? Conduct through due diligence, conducting, reviewing vendor documentation, quality system, and past performance of the vendor. Now, perform the risk evaluation. Yes, risk approach is the basic of CSA approach, right? So, from the beginning, we have to see where would be risk. To perform risk assessment to identify potential risk associated with the each vendor. Now, to perform the vendor audit, yes, conduct on the site audit to verify vendors' facilities, processes, and system. Now, to manage the contract management. Yes, ensure the contract include all necessary regulatory requirement and expectation. Yes, if we are a good organization, we have the SMEs, we have the thought process, we have the risk-based thought process, so we can understand in what is step we got the problem, we are going to be face the challenge. So what is the expectation from the vendor? We have to evaluate that all these things, and in our contract management they should summarize, right? So this is the seventh step, the ongoing monitoring process. Yes, implement procedure for continuous monitoring and periodic revaluation vendor performance. Yes, vendor is also related to an organization. Vendor have the up and downs. Vendor have the change management system. Vendor have the deviation system. Vendor has some non-conformation notification. So how can you manage this all the things with the vendor? You have such type of ongoing monitoring process. So this is the small and a very short understanding seven main point the system to select the vendor. Now, delineating responsibility and related trainings. Yes, we have the SMEs, we have the teams. So, delighting responsibility involve clearly defining and assigning a specific role and duties to individual within the organization. The process ensures that each risk is accounted for the promote accountability and enhance operational efficiency. It involves creating delighted job discrepancy, establishing clear line of communication, and setting performance expectation to avoid overlap and gaps in the responsibility. Related training refer to the education program and development session delighting to equipped individual with the necessary skill and knowledge to fulfill their responsibility effectively. These trainings can include initial onboarding, role specific instruction, continue professional development, and compliance training. The goal is to ensure that all employees are well prepared to execute their task proficiency, stay updated with the industry standard, and adopt to involving job requirement. Right? So training, refresh training, involving different type of the seminar sessions, and involving to development of your skill in the next level is the responsibility for the employee from the organization. Now, together delighting the responsibility. Yes, teamwork is always play the best role. Lens the providing related training from a cornerstone of effective organization management, ensuring that all team members are aligned, component, and capable of contributing to the organization success. Now, controlling the inventory. Yes, the inventory of computer system is important role to assess the relation with the GXP environment. There should be a well-defined system to processor within the organization to assess the computer inventory. The inventory should support business process, the individual item of hardware such as keyboard and routers that would be covered by applicable IT processor. Yes, what is the validation state? Who is the owner of computerized system? What is the current version of the system? Who is the supplier of the system? Summary of impact like direct or indirect reaction with GXP environment. So you are controlling inventory, play very important role to assure your trust on your data integrity system related to computerized system. Next, outline confirmation strategy for validation. How can the computer system assure for any regulated organization should be well defined within a strategical fundamental framework. What is your fundamental framework to ensure that your strategy related to validation, related to assurance of the computer, how can you get the trust on that? The confidence and highly assurance on the system before release for intended use should be assessed with this framework strategy, right? Then data stewardship. Then comprehensive and well maintained documentation is the critical for demonstrating compliance during regulatory audit. Now, application oriented responsibility part 2. Yes, now you are getting an application as an organization. So how can you deliver that? Means identify the system that is required, identify the basic structure system and control within the organization for the same. How you control that? What is the basic system you want? Right? Identify the key responsibility. Who will be responsible for ensure that this system is good for me? Now, process owner, right? For this process owner. The process owner, we know very well who is the process owner. Just see again. The process owner oversees business process, right? And ensure that computerized system and their operation comply with the applicable SOPs and are fit for intended use. The process owner is responsible for data and data integrity related to that system. Typically, process owner are heads of the functional unit using the system, right? So, who is the user? Basically known as the process owner first. So what is the responsibility? First of all, develop of SOPs, right? Should be in line with the current regulatory expectation and business regulatory requirement of organization. The approval of all major documents as designed by the plan. Okay. What is the documentation? We have the basic requirement, right? So we know the what is the major document. So how can we design as the plan? Okay. Now ensure the resource available related to SMEs. Number 1. Number 2, person. Number 3, financial related system development and operation. So we have to be ensure as a process owner. Implementation of application as per regulatory expectation. Yes. Identification is one part, implementation is another part related to regulatory expectation. Ensure audit trial implementation with the complete information, right? Ensure the training for of the end user. Your cycle of training should be touch the end user, right? And periodic review of related SOPs and management of the change control. How you handle your all the incident, all the non-conformance, all the deviation during the operation of the system. Your thought process work like this. Now reviewing the audit trial and handling for discrepancies and coordinate with the other CFT team, cross-functional team or the group or the vendor to ensure that compliance state of application. So this is the 10 major part, not limited. Okay. So this is the 10 major part as a process owner you have to be answered. Okay, next, system owner. Who is the system owner? We know very well. The system owner is responsible for ensuring the system availability. Number one. Number two, support. Number three, maintenance. And number three, not least, data security. They must ensure that the computerized system is maintained in accordance with the applicable SOPs, right? The system owner responsible for, first of all, availability of system that requires support to running the application in GXP environment. The periodic maintenance of the system. Number three, ensure the system working with the data integrity. Yes. Data safety. Security generated from the system. Document preparation and review and approval as applicability, training for maintenance of the system, applicability, availability of the information related to system inventory and configuration management, review audit trial, participate in investigation, responsible for finding any discrepancy, participate in GXP compliance with the process owner, not least, like, so the system owner work in a very confidential and very teamwork approach with the process owner. Now, quality unit. Quality unit responsible in CSV. Number one, ensure all computerized system comply with the regulatory standard and internal policies or the procedure that we read in our basic fundamental requirement of organization, right? Participate in the development and approval of all the validation plan and the protocols, review and approve all validation documentation, including protocol, test scripts, and reports. Assess and manage risk associated with the computerized system. Ensure that person involved in validation activities are adequately trained, oversees the change control process to ensure that any changes to the system are properly validated, conduct internal audit and support external inspection to verify compliance and validation state, promote continuous improvement by identifying and implementing best practice in the validation, managing the quality of external service and application provider, contractor, outsourced organization, etc. Right? Now, ensuring the support from the IT department within quality management, right? And 11, ensuring the support from engineering department. Means, if you see 10 point and 11 point, this is the clear written our guidelines that IT department should be ensure that for every discrepancy or any incident or any relative work that is doubtful, okay, so quality unit should be in picture, okay. Don't do any this type of thing without concerning with the quality unit that can give us problem in future with compliance, okay. Same is applicable for engineering department also. Okay, now subject matter expert. Yes, we know very well without SMEs, we cannot get confidence in our work. So, subject matter experts are the individual with the deep knowledge and expertise in a specific area relevant to the system being validated. They often have extensive experience and specialization training in their respective field or area. So first, role and responsibility, provide expert insight and technical guideline throughout the validation process, assess to define and refining system requirement to ensure they align with regulatory standards and business need also, okay. Contribute to the creation and review of validation document, including protocol, task script and report, participate in risk assessment to identify potential issue and recommended mitigation strategy also, oversees and support testing activity to ensure they are conducted accurately and effectively, provide training and support to other team member on a specific technical aspect of the system, assist in troubleshooting and resolving technical issue that arise during the validation, ensure that all the validation activities comply with relevant regulatory requirement and internal policies, and SMEs may come from the wide range of background as required, including business process, engineering, IT, supplier, quality, and validation. So SMEs play important role, and this 9 point give us a small brief description about the responsibility. Now, supplier responsibility, we cannot leave. Okay. Supplier play a critical role in the validation of computerized system, contributing expertise, product, and service that support the overall validation process. The role of supplier is related to supplying the necessary hardware, software, and service required for the computerized system. So, deliver product and service that meet regulatory standard and requirement. Second, provide comprehensive document including user manual, technical specification, and validation protocol. Offer ongoing support and maintenance service to ensure the system operate effectively. Provide training to the company's person on the proper use of maintenance of the system. Implement quality assurance measure to ensure the reliability and performance of their product and services. Work closely with the company to address any issues and ensure successful implementation validation of the system. Acting as SME for technical aspect such as configuration and design option. Supporting process gain toward maintenance system compliance, example by providing software patches, second tier support, and for problem resolving process, etc. Then end user, yes, for the end user, end user are individual who operate and interact with the computerized system. We are working for the end user, right? So what is the responsibility, right? So the responsibility can be divided in this point. Number one, use the computerized system effectively to perform their job tasks according to defined procedure, right? Providing input to the development of the SOP for the system use. Yes, and user know very well how can he or she can be use the system, so they give input to development of SOPs. Follow all the SOPs and regulatory requirement related to system. Identify and report any system issue, malfunctioning, or anomalies to the appropriate person, and participate in training program to stay update on system functionality and best practice. Accurately enter, update, and manage data within the system, ensuring data integrity. Provide feedback on the system performance and usability to support continuous improvement. Adhere to security protocol to protect data integrity and prevent unauthorized access. Engage in the change control process by providing input and validating changes that affect their use of the system. And 10th, identify opportunity for the continuous improvement. So end user actually the actual player of computerized system, and these 10 points are very important for this end user, that we cannot ignore the end user. We have to involve end user. We have to see they give us the opportunity for the continuous improvement, and we got the best compliance trust on our customer. Next, user requirement specification. Yes, this should be clear and related to compliance judgment. Yeah? Our business process should also be compliant on that. Then planning to ensure the control of implementation. How? When and how to assess the risk, what are the components required, supplier assessment, right? So this is come in our planning part. Now validation master plan. Okay. Then 7th, risk assessment approach. Right? Who overall the life cycle of the computerized system. We know the life cycle, right? What is the life cycle? You know very well. So in the life cycle of computerized system, how the risk approach play important role. So what risk approach, initial, pre-risk assessment, post-risk assessment, should be clear. And now system specification, what are the customization review, testing requirements, how the traceability review, report, discrepancy management and release criteria, compliance state during the operation, handling of incidents, discrepancy, QMS, how you manage backup, restoration, disaster recovery, and retirement of the system. So overall risk approach, can you give the assurance that your computerized system is trustworthy? For what? For patient safety, product quality, and your data integrity approach. So this is application related responsibilities of the organization. So thank you so much to watch my video till the end. I'm really thankful to my this wonderful family give us such a motivation that my passion is going up day by day. I want to be improve again and again, so that this approach of learning, sharing and caring can got the next level of your expectation. Thank you so much, friend, to watch my video, listen my video also, and thank you so much for this wonderful words. Your life will be good, wonderful from my side. Thank you so much. I will come with the next topic. Till then, bye bye. Take care yourself. Bye, friends.